Mic check, mic check.
But no, can I be? No.
I want to do a special
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks intro, but now I think we should do a whole how to do that technique video.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
it's Thursday.
Thursday.
It's 5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock. You're watching Chelsea. That's me. And Tony. That's him.
We're live. Believe it or not.
For real. Right now, this is happening. Ooh, this is happening right now in the world. And you're here first to see it. But who makes this cool, real, live video possible, Tony?
Squarespace.
Yes, that's right. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make your first move with Squarespace. They have beautiful, award-winning templates, an all-in-one platform, and 24/7 customer support. Whether you're a creative, a photographer, an artist, maybe even just a carpenter, show off your work in the best way possible with Squarespace. You can go to squarespace.com/Tony and use the coupon code PORTFOLIO to get 10% off. That saves you the monies, and that lets Squarespace know that we're doing a pretty bang up job over here.
Thanks for sponsoring us, Squarespace. If you already have a portfolio hosted on Squarespace, or any type of Squarespace website, I would love to see something non-photography related.
I want to see something not photography.
Either way, send us a link at sdp.io/link, and we'll take a look at it.
You know what I want to see? A Squarespace where someone crochets little coasters. I would review that.
Of course, we're looking at your abandoned pictures today. Our Patreon supporters voted for that. If you want to send your picture in, visit sdp.io/submit. You can start sending them in now. We'll take a look at them live in just a few seconds. But first, let's introduce Siobhan out in Philadelphia, our producer. You can talk directly to Siobhan by typing in the comments, and then she can read them to us. So you can ask questions or say something to us, or you could just talk to Siobhan too. You can use hashtag TCLive on Instagram or Twitter. And if you use Twitter, our producer Justin here in studio can put them up on the screen so everybody can see it live.
I think you could also ask Siobhan life advice, and then we could all talk about it.
Yeah, pretty much anything goes because we get really bored of people asking what lens they should get.
Yeah.
Get ready for next week.
Get ready.
Unexpected beauty.
You won't expect it, but you'll be beautified.
This is Justin and Callie. Did you pose him for this or? Oh, you did?
Well, yeah, because I get candid pictures too, like a lady walking her dog, a jogger, an older couple.
No,
I do have
awesome
candid
pose.
photos, but I wanted just Justin. So I had him walk and then point.
I will say Justin's very photogenic, and whenever I'm out with Justin, I end up taking a couple of pictures of him because
I have a whole photo album on our coffee table of Justin.
You know, is Justin?
Not weird, Justin.
He's almost always working when he's with us, and he tends to be very focused. So he has this like intense look, and he's always like
smoldering. He's got his own blue steel. It's Blue Justin.
Patreon.
Thanks,
You're welcome, Justin.
Delayed response.
There was so much gratitude you couldn't process it all at once. If you go to patreon.com/Northrop, you could give us some monies, just a $1, and then you can vote on the themes for these shows. So this is the current little poll up right now. When I posted this, nobody had voted, but I think they have. But animal interactions, old meets new, fog, blah, 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 blah. And then the show is whatever you vote on. And if you donate $5, you get to see some of our videos early. And if you donate $100, you get to carry Justin around like a backpack. For a day. For one day only.
Okay, so let's cover some photo news while people are uploading their stuff. We already covered the Spark, so we have a whole video on that, DJI's new drone. Also, this week...
People were really freaked out about this.
Yeah, and people are confused, too.
People are confused.
I had one guy tell me that there were no more FAA regulations, that you could fly right next to an airport if you wanted to, as long as you were a hobbyist and not a professional.
That makes
you
sense.
could fly anywhere. And this guy completely misinterpreted what happened.
Yeah, because if you're not a professional, like, why not endanger everybody?
Yeah, right?
Cool.
So, like a year and a half ago, the FAA created this really kind of silly system where if you buy a drone, you have to register it with them, and then you print out a little thing that has your registration number, and you put it on the drone.
Just stick it on there. It costs $5. You're registered.
Yeah, it was actually free if you got in early, but now it's like $5, not even per drone, but per pilot. So it wasn't that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you had to pay to get a number, but anyway,
baby.
it was a good way to identify drones with their owners. So if, say, a drone crashed into I don't know,
A bald eagle.
stadium. Yeah. Somebody could find the drone and see the number and get back to identify whoever was flying it.
Hi, is this Todd? Did you fly into a bald eagle?
Yeah.
Silly me. It
Um,
was an okay idea, but they've since lifted that for hobbyists.
Yeah, well, they didn't really lift it. It was challenged in court, and the court system said it wasn't legal.
Involuntarily lifted.
Yeah. So right now you don't have to register your drones, and your road drones don't have to be registered. So I guess you also don't have to have the stickers on it. But my sticker has like a phone number and it says reward on it. So maybe if I lose my drone, somebody will actually call me. And I want people to be. I'm not going to be doing anything illegal. So, but they're also challenging that, so it might go back. I mean, I suspect in the future we'll have drone registrations again in the U.S. but for now
So
we don't.
registrations means you don't need a number on your drone if you're a hobbyist, but all of the same rules apply.
Yeah,
You don't just get to be loosey-goosey. That means my pizza drone idea might be on hold for another few months at least.
I'll start importing some pictures, and
Pizza drone.
I'm excited about the abandoned
Pizza
theme. I really
drone.
like urban exploration and kind of decay.
That's
There's a pizza drone in the beginning of Silicon Valley. Did you ever see that?
no what?
Like, you know, a little cartoon that shows like Facebook and Uber and all that?
Yes.
There's a little pizza drone.
Oh, I
In
love
the
how
new
that cartoon
season?
always changes.
Yeah, it might have been updated for the new season, but
Oh my gosh, what if I have a best friend that works for that show and I don't even know it? Clearly, kindred spirits. Oh.
Yeah, this is adorable. And you don't have to be bummed out because deer will just leave their fawn somewhere while they go and feed and, work their day job. And the fawns are generally pretty safe. So they just hang out like this and don't bother anybody. But so it might not technically be abandoned.
Remember that time I hugged one?
Oh yeah, Chelsea one time, there's a video somewhere.
I like that.
It was just it couldn't jump over a wall. So the mother left it only within like 20 feet.
Well, it
the
was
mother
in the
standing
road.
by. And it was in the road and somebody was going to hit it because it was on a blind corner. So I slammed on the brakes and
I
Chelsea
hugged
hopped
the
out.
crap out of it. I love you, baby.
She wasn't just being affectionate. She physically
Yes,
picked
I
it up
was.
and then climbed up like 3-4 feet of wall with this deer.
Yeah. I'm a hero. 4 feet a wall.
She like just parkoured it and then carried this deer into the woods towards its
Then
mom.
Tony said, "Stop hugging the deer," and I was like, "I don't wanna. It's my deer now."
Great shot. Just a suggestion. The negative space over here is a little tight. You might leave a little more room around the edge. I really like this because of this picture here.
It's like us, romance and the madness. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one a pick. I think that's a really good eye to kind of spot that.
Ooh.
This shot is definitely technically superior. It's sharper. There's more detail in it. But at the same time, there's no focal point.
Needs a ghost.
Yeah, it needs a ghost in there.
You should
Aw.
check out Siobhan's blog because she makes her kid dress creepy and then puts her in abandoned things, and it's really cool.
Yeah, Northrop Photo, the blog this week is really good.
Oh no, this child's lost. She looks kind of like
You can
Madeline.
tell she's sad because
I'll
of her
adopt
I
lips.
her.
was thinking that.
Doesn't she kinda look
Yeah,
like Mad?
Totally.
Yeah, just different hair color. It's just really sad because it says lost kids, but the theme is abandoned, which makes me think like her parents just ditched.
Her parents were like,
And she's like, I
Oh,
think I'm just a
man.
lost kid, but I'm afraid maybe I'm an orphan now.
"Oh, I like
Excuse
this."
Yeah, great shot, Peter.
Peter, good job.
The shot doesn't need anything. I just want to explain why
Okay.
it's great because we have warm faded colors in the peeling wall
Contrasting colors.
with the reflection of the blue sky.
Mhm.
So they're kind of complementary, but there's also a juxtaposition there.
Oh.
We also have this asymmetry that is also symmetrical in a way. So just the geometry of it here, this missing pane and this missing pane down here. I pick.
Whoa,
Great job.
Tony, you just got way too art school on me.
You did a good job of pulling out like the grittiness of the scene. I will just say that my eye doesn't rest anywhere. I feel like it needs a focal point. Maybe even like zooming in on part of it would have been better. It's hard to say. What do you think?
I don't know. I just like the overall shape of it. It's like a big steampunk bowel.
Okay.
Like, all right. Everyone was thinking it. Wow.
Um, something I debate a
Life
lot, especially with
finds a way.
skylines. What's that?
Life finds a way. Steve McGrady.
Yeah, I think this is the interesting part of it. But there's just so much negative space in here, and like this over here isn't really part of the subject of the picture. So we might get in a situation where we benefit
Just
by
do
just,
8 by 10.
you think just cropping it?
Maybe.
Yeah, that helps. We still have just a lot of the picture that's not the subject of the picture.
Oh, you changed the story, senor.
Yeah, it depends how it's being presented too, but in the previous composition it was hard to even notice what exactly was going on. So I just felt like the focal point should be a little more prominent.
Yeah.
It's not a
I like
right
the
or wrong thing.
I like the colors, the yellow with the blue, the green. That looks nice.
Yeah.
It's like a chia pet. Oh, wow. I love the bust at the top of the stairs. Really beautiful light and reflections. Where is this? It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a cool shot.
No graffiti.
Aperture blade, passing time.
Oh, we know Aperture Blade.
I love finding these abandoned buildings. They really make a great focal point for something like a sunrise or a sunset, especially in landscapes. Yeah, I think you're just trying to.
On HDR it a little bit. I like that.
Yeah, that's a matter of taste. I think the photography
Well,
community
he
has started
submitted to me for my taste,
Yep.
and that's one of the rules. James Beard. I like this. I like the long exposure so the person's moving. It just adds something to it. And I like that they're aligned with that one seam in the glass triangle. It's doing it for me. I'm going to give it a pick.
Yeah, I don't know that it fits the theme, but I like the shot a lot.
It kind of does because it makes me feel like the whole world kept moving and he just stayed there for a long time.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't even know when. They must have been there at like 2 a.m. or something because that
I've
place
never
is
seen
so
that place
crowded.
empty.
Look at
Oh
this
my
guy.
gosh, this is going to be like my dad. This is cool.
Dave Wyman. Yeah, I like when people bring furniture out to places like this.
I don't know why. It just makes me feel like,
Yeah, like somebody's using this for chill. I like that.
yeah.
It reminds me of Scrapper.
Oh, Scrapper.
I still have to see Scrapper, you guys. I'm not getting your
look up.
references.
Is that what the name of the show? Just
I
Scrapper
think
or
it's
Scrappers?
yeah, a documentary film called Scrappers.
It's free on YouTube about
Yeah.
Free, you guys.
maniacs, largely drug abusers, who live out in the desert and just pull like unexploded ordinances and from military testing that happens out there. Those people are insane, and a lot of them die and lose limbs and stuff.
They blow up and stuff.
It's like
right?
part of their life, yeah. But it's really fascinating. It's like this whole community that you just would never have known existed.
Now we know.
Um,
That's
these
nice.
shots are so similar that
I like the framing.
yeah. Once again, kind of needed a focal point or something. But
Yeah. I like this one that they went matte with it instead of getting too gritty.
yeah.
It looks really pretty, and I like the lines and the shapes. It really highlights that. So I'm also going to give this a pick. It's got a really nice feel to it.
Yeah, that one was a lot simpler. It wasn't overloaded with detail.
Okay. Darren Body. Abandoned in an abandoned building. That's double abandoned.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting story.
What's this?
Yeah, I don't know what
like
that is.
it.
That's gross.
All right. For real? Did God just make this Jordan right now?
Okay.
This is God's Jordans.
I'm gonna give him a pick.
I'm gonna give him 50 picks.
I'm
That's
sh-
the coolest sneaker shoe I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm confident that the photographer was hopping over there because they probably took off their own Jordans and set them up on that.
Oh my gosh,
Paint
you're
can.
right. He was like, my Jordans
fantastic.
are gonna look so good right now.
Yeah, see, I like this. Just because it's abandoned doesn't mean you can't go around and rearrange things and create a photo. So Simi found this beam of light in this abandoned place and then made a photo out of it. Yeah, there's so much noise in the image, but I think
like it.
you've got all the settings right. I mean, well, some of it is like a little banding-ish.
I still like it. I think it works.
You like the banding? Okay.
Yeah, because it's like the background, the banding makes the background almost look like the processing they put on a scary movie because it's so gritty, it works. And then I think that grittiness also brings out the light beam. Don't you dare. What are you doing?
Well, you didn't
No.
find this little thing back here
No.
distracting?
No.
No?
Oh my gosh, Simi, I can't believe he's doing this. Okay.
So
That's a little,
what's this? Little pirate flag.
Forsythia. Okay. It's kind of like some contrast here.
Yeah, I think that's
It's
a
interesting.
good take on his theme.
Whoa, what used to have? This was a high dive?
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
that is such a cool
cool.
scene, and the long exposure to get the star trails in there makes it really interesting.
Yeah.
That looks awfully shallow for how high that thing is, right?
Yeah, this is what they called the killing pool.
Yeah, that's a cool shot. I'm gonna give that one a pick too. I was just wondering if there was some way we could have included something
Can
for
you
scale.
imagine? That
'Cause
was the nicest
must not
pool.
have
It's
been
next
that
to a mountain?
shallow.
What's the story?
Yeah, like how does that end up getting abandoned?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
So I was just saying this might
Whoa.
need something for scale, and this is a perfect example of having something for scale. You know, having a person in there really made this picture. Without that person, it just wouldn't have been a very compelling picture. But I think that makes it really interesting. And the fact that this person's jacket matches the red colors in the ceiling, that's so,
Let's
Perfect.
just show them.
yeah. So you can see here,
You don't really have a sense of.
it's just not
Yeah.
nearly as powerful of an image. So that focal point, sometimes you have to take control of it. Sometimes you have to send somebody out there. You have to do it yourself or set something up like the person did with their shoe. Anyway, great eye.
Sometimes you have to take control.
Did I give that one a pick? If not, you deserve
Oh,
a
yeah,
pick.
you deserve a pick.
Will Hughes
Oh, man.
found a bike. Man, who are these? I mean, how much is a front tire worth that you would like wreck somebody's day by
You
taking
don't know
their
what
front
people
tire?
are going through. They need that front tire money.
And as a result, every time you ride your bike, you got to be taking the front tire off and locking it up. Man, people, man.
What if he took off his front tire to bring it into work and then he died at work and nobody ever put the front tire back on?
Oh, yeah, way to find the bright side of that, Chels.
Thank you.
I mean, cool shot. Maybe find something to add to it, like a long exposure with somebody walking in front of it, kind of blurred out, or I don't know.
I thought it was neat.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
like this
think?
shot. It feels like a really long tunnel. The shallow depth of field works here really well.
Oh, I'd like to see somebody in the door. Like you're like, oh,
I was just thinking maybe we could adjust the exposure so that the light at the end of the tunnel actually glowed a little bit, like just way overexpose it.
okay, I like where you're going with it. Siobhan, do you have any questions or something? Okay.
They need one of those post no
Sure.
bill signs.
Lucas on Twitter asked, ethics of abandoned photos? There are lots of Insta accounts of rooftop shots, subways, etc. Are these legal or safe?
No, they're probably not legal or safe.
Yeah.
If you're inside, I mean, if you're outside, that's fine as long as you're on property that you're allowed to be on. But yeah, if you're in an abandoned building, you're breaking the law.
I'm not an expert on this, but if I go into an abandoned place, I announce my presence.
I didn't see you do that. And also, you breathe all deep like you're trying to get asbestos
Yeah, all
or
the
something.
lead
Right,
paint and
Justin?
stuff. That was so concerned
Justin,
about the lead paint.
Okay, don't go into abandoned buildings, but no, and I did. If I walked into a building,
Hello,
I said,
it's me.
I'm just an explorer.
Hello.
I'm just checking this place out.
It's me.
I'm not trying to bother you. just in case there's somebody in there, because sometimes there'll be a room where somebody's
Peeing.
living, or
I just
and
say
you just don't want to startle somebody
free candy.
because they could stab you or shoot you or something.
Yeah, well, I was worried about you. Didn't he disappear into that abandoned building? Like,
We kept hearing things like banging around.
Yeah.
You remember? It
yeah,
was so
I was
weird.
real scared. I was like, dang it, I gotta find a new husband. I liked that one. Anyway,
Don't startle people.
because you could step
It's
on a
dangerous
rusty nail,
anyway.
or you could. I knew a girl that went into an abandoned building and fell. She went to walk down the stairs, and there were no stairs into the basement. They had detached
Jesus.
them, and she broke her back. You can fall through a rotting floorboard. You can get up on a roof and fall through a rotting roof. You can breathe in asbestos. You can breathe in black mold and then die from those infections. Like, it is not safe.
Is this the new cut of the So Many Ways to Die song?
Dumb ways,
Dumb ways to die.
But just look it up. If that's how you want to die, who am I to judge?
Yeah, they're condemned for a reason, you know?
I've done it, but I'm also really cool.
Yeah.
Siobhan just
Only
gave
do it
me-
if you're cool.
Siobhan just gave me a very stern look. I'm not cool. I went like 2 feet in and I was like, Tony, I have fear. I'm leaving.
You did get afraid.
I get
You got to
scared.
the stairwell and you're like, nope, I'm out.
And I saw the dark and I was
Oh,
like,
you're coming too.
I've seen every scary movie. I'm out. I'm going to McDonald's. All right. We're boring. Siobhan, do you have any other questions?
Sure.
Justin, I love that we called Tony out. We were like, you are not safe, sir. You are a liability.
I never claimed to be safe.
Yeah, I didn't set foot in any of those things.
There's no such thing as abandoned buildings in Philadelphia. They're all abandonminiums, which mean that people are squatting in them.
Oh, nice.
There are so many
Upcycle.
beautiful decrepit buildings in the city, but I'm scared of them.
Oh, you haven't checked them out. Cool, you had some pictures.
Well, because you're
From
just
a-
like,
I do.
going to
You just
That
sent your
one-
kid in?
She just sounds an
That one
Ellie.
doesn't have any actual rooms that are still there. There's no roof
It's
or
like
anything.
wide
Nobody's
open, yeah.
there.
Also, Eloise is very, very good at karate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave her a knife.
Yeah, of course, as you do.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
let her go in there.
Not
unarmed.
irresponsible.
Yeah, come on. Okay. Ahmed asks, I'm planning a trip to Cape Town this summer. Going to be shooting great white sharks through an underwater cage with my waterproof phone. Do you recommend using a selfie stick to get close enough?
I think why use the cage? Just put on a
Yeah,
meat
don't be a
suit,
sissy.
Lady Gaga, the VMAs, whatever year that is, and get your butt in there. And I want a good picture.
Yeah, I want like that famous inside the mouth shot from the shark. When they open your mouth, you have plenty of time to get in there and get the shot and get out.
Their teeth are actually very soft, like Robert.
That's why they have the multiple rows of
That's why
them,
it's
because
so
they
many.
need it. Yeah, yeah.
Because they don't, it's just like gumming.
You've heard that sharks don't have bones, right? It's all just cartilage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Same with their teeth. It's just like your nose,
Mm-hmm.
your ears.
I don't know if a selfie stick.
I don't know. I think he just wanted to talk about how awesome he was
That's
going to
pretty
be. We don't
cool.
really have.
Can you?
We're going to be like, oh yeah, definitely use this particular model of selfie stick when being underwater in a cage with
The
sharks.
Shark
I don't-
Cage 2000. I don't know. We use an underwater housing for our camera, so I'm not sure. Will your phone go that deep? Is it waterproof to that depth? You might want to check that. I don't think that's right.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
know
think
if he was
you're
going to
doing-
put it in a bag or something.
Are you going to put it in a bag, or is there a special housing?
You know what the selfie stick is? Now that I think about it, I imagined he just wanted to get like poke it through and get closer to the sharks. But if you wanted to get a perspective on it, like stick it out to the side so that you could see both you and the shark,
Oh, like
that would be a significantly cooler shot. So I'm saying I'm for the selfie stick because it's not like you can send a photographer out there. So plan A would be to hire a photographer to stand outside the cage and get the shot. Plan B would be a really long selfie stick. And, you know, a second phone in case you lose that one.
I think it'd be cool if you brought a little teddy bear to put next to the shark so they look more cuddly because they've got a bad rep and they're really important to our oceans, so we have to really preserve them. Just thought, be a first. What else, Siobhan? Oops. Oh.
GH5 or A7R2 for concert photography.
Oh, definitely the
A7R2.
yeah.
Their low light capability is spectacular.
I mean, if you want to do video, might be a different story, but yeah.
All right.
Stills.
Let's review some more. This is amazing.
Alejandro Cifuentes
Alejandro.
just has an awesome name.
He does.
Yeah, very cool. I think a different time of day might make it a little more compelling. The light's just kind of flat here and doesn't necessarily
What
support
is
the mood.
this?
But it's a really cool
It
spot.
looks like a ship.
I wonder too. It looks like an arc.
Arc?
I don't know the way I say arc. I'm giving this one a pick. I love the symmetry and the distortion caused
Jim
by
is
the 12
brave.
millimeter lens. Oh yeah, awesome shot, James.
I'm gonna give that a pick. I like the
And the
colors.
two colors, man.
I like the distortion.
And clearly it was a little boy's room and a little girl's room, right?
I don't
Very
know.
cool. So there's this whole story to it. It looks like there's snow blowing in from the outside. There's a lot of different levels to it. Yeah, as you explore it. Great shot.
There are a lot of different levels to it.
This is definitely a beautiful shot. It's, HDR'd up. And if you're okay with that, then you're going to like it. But I think it's a great example. Good shot. So here, it feels so far away. Like it might be a lot more powerful if you were actually to get closer to it.
Oh yeah, because it's okay.
You don't feel like you have to show the whole building either. Like you can pick a segment of the building. I do like the wide angle look with the long exposure, giving you like the moving clouds. I like that look a lot, and that is a good way to support the mood. You also have like the whole bottom half of the frame is kind of uninteresting because there's nothing in that. It's just like,
Dirt.
yeah. So if you were to move closer and fill the frame a little more, that would help too.
Don't you hate when people do graffiti and it's not even good?
Yeah, they just did the same graffiti like 5
Yeah,
times over.
lazy. Whoa, this was a beauty in its day.
Yeah, it is interesting. I do feel like it needs a focal point though, just somebody who's popping out of the doors or even walking past, just a little something.
Ghost. Too many doors. Yeah, you're right. That's a lot of doors.
This reminds me of the AOL days.
Yeah, these are abandoned, aren't they? You found a pretty clever take on this. It's interesting. Oh, what? How does that even happen? I think you lit up inside the car or something. That's interesting. I just wish that the car were in focus, and if you want to do the stars and the car, you could do 2 separate exposures and then blend them. But
I think they did.
oh, they did?
Yeah, see that edge around
Oh.
we have a video. If you search our channel for fringing, you'll find the video that'll show you how to eliminate that. Just use a graduated filter as you blend it. And since you do have 2 separate exposures, maybe you can recover those highlights because I see the highlights are kind of burnt out. But I think it's a great concept. Oh, it might even work better in black and white. But you have the shot. It just needs a little more on the
Refining.
processing.
Abandoned Booth Jimmy. Makes me think of Better Call Saul.
Is Jimmy like a British term for the booth, or
I like how we think everything's British.
is his name Jimmy?
Good old Abandoned Booth Jimmy. Oh, we didn't comment on the picture. I like this burst here. The car is a little distracting.
Yeah, that's the car and the yellow license plate. Black and white might help a little bit, but yeah, the car doesn't really fit the theme.
I guess it shows. I don't know. I like it in black and white. I don't know what this is.
Well, I think
Care to
it's a
explore?
silo. Like a grain silo, maybe?
I like this picture. It's pretty.
Yeah, I love the little bit of haze that we have on the ground.
I like
I'll
the
give it a pick.
barbed wire in the foreground. Yeah, it's nice. Ooh. I like the contrast. I like that it's bright inside. I'm just exposing it for the inside of this door here. And then I'll add a little contrast to go for that darker look.
Yeah, I'll say watch your histogram. You want to make sure that the thing is pushed over to the right. and shoot at ISO 100 when you can. So you could have shot that at ISO 100 and like 1/50th of a second.
I'm going to give
and
this a pick.
gotten just the cleaner skies because the skies are kind of noisy, but otherwise it was a great picture.
Oh, it took me a while to figure out what this was.
Why does it seem so miniature to me?
You're very large, Tony. I didn't want to say it and be rude.
I don't know
think
why.
she's up on the second level looking down.
Yeah, that doesn't look like little tiny chairs to you.
I can see what you mean.
Something about the tree just looks small. Nonetheless, it's definitely an interesting shot. Good shot, Pam. I'm going to give Pam a pick.
Give Pam a pick.
Angel. Yeah, very cool setting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I can suggest for it. I don't know. I think they got the shot. I think that's an interesting place. Maybe some different lighting
I was
to
going to say,
add a little more texture
at a
to it.
different time of day.
If you had side lighting, it would really accentuate the texture. Though lighting for the top can do that too. I mean, you have a pretty good texture here, but maybe consider it a different time of day.
It might separate
Trying to
the
be
truck from the background.
This is pretty cool.
I'm going to bring out the whites.
I actually love the way they capture the wave.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It just feels so tactile.
What is this?
I do not know.
This is actually a famous photography spot over in the UK somewhere.
Well, it says
Brighton,
Brighton,
Westbury.
so Brighton
Yeah.
Beach, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I like the picture. Was this like where an oil derrick was or something? Because you see the pipe going down? I don't know, but I like it. Good job. Oh, I love this through the grasses. Very cool.
Is your headset still working, Charles?
Yeah.
Mine is not. Mine died.
Okay.
I would give that past
It's not a
one
battery
pick,
thing, though.
but
Oh, it's not a battery thing?
it went away. The file could not be found.
I
Sorry.
don't know what's going on.
Siobhan, do you have any more questions? Do you have any comments?
Just questions.
Oh, it is working. Never mind.
Troy wants to know if drones qualify for AMA insurance.
I don't know.
I don't know that either. What else?
I didn't think so. Ryan Meeks says, I just quit my job to do contract real estate photography. I am actually really scared about it, but I couldn't stand working for the people I was working for anymore. Do you have any advice?
Well, I haven't done that professionally, but I'd probably first Google what other people do because people like giving out free advice online, so you can find out what they do. I know some realtors and they don't know a lot about photography a lot of the time, so you could just go into different real estate offices and give out your card and show them your work. And if you make it easy for them, they're probably likely to work with you as long as they aren't already working for someone else. But yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because it's a very local business, and realtors
Don
are.
Bauer does that.
Yeah, check out Don Bauer's
We did a
channel.
live show with him and he had some good advice on the photography itself, but
You'll basically just have to get to know realtors and just make yourself available, and maybe even be free until you build up some relationships.
I will say also from knowing realtors, they don't like when the photos look quote unquote too good. They want things to look realistic but nice, because if a buyer sees a picture and it looks really fantastic and then they show up and they're disappointed, that's really bad for the realtor. I don't know what your photography looks like, but you might just want to look into that. Don Bauer said something similar and his pictures look really great. So I would check out his work and do a little bit of research.
Yeah, but you should be like an extroverted people person, like, because you'll have to just get to know realtors and make friends with them, and I would contact them, make it easy for them,
Yeah.
let them contact
Make
you and
it
just
easy.
show up.
Their job's pretty hard. So what else, Siobhan? You got to talk to me or what?
Sure. Have any of us gotten in trouble with other people while doing a photo shoot?
Gotten in trouble? Once a security guard yelled at you for taking a picture of her.
Oh yeah, I've definitely had security people yell at me a few times. I can't think of any time.
We've been kicked out of abandoned places,
Yeah,
but not, we've never gotten like a ticket or gotten arrested or anything. Not real trouble, just a good stern talking to.
yeah. I think the situation could be very different if I was like 16 or something. But you know, the fact that I look like a grown
The
up,
white hair.
responsible adult, and the white hair has gotten me out of trouble so many times.
Yeah, if you don't have white hair, you could just get like a safety vest and a clipboard, and it probably will do the same thing.
Yeah,
But don't quote me. I don't tell you that.
people just assume I'm being responsible.
They're
And
like, "Oh, are you my dad? You can stay."
you want to take a look at a Squarespace portfolio with me?
Oh yeah,
How about Connor Moriarty's photography? I
sure.
flipped through 5 or 6 portfolios, and this is the one that really caught my eye. What I liked is that the first screen was like just full page, and the pictures were really eye catching.
Okay, the first thing that I notice is that his pictures are so beautiful and clean and modern, and this text up here is really like grabby and a little too bright. I would just simplify this whole situation right here. Get rid of the little man and just, this is already uppercase text. I know that you're doing it to kind of separate each word, but I would just leave a space for separation and then, don't you think?
Yeah, I might just change the type. It's a little weird because the spacing between the R and the M
It's
is less than
closer.
the M and the O.
Yeah.
So I
It
think
looks
you
like
space the
Connor M
letters out
or- yeah.
manually, and might just go a little more conventionally with it.
I would just use Squarespace's text unless you have a very specific watermark or branding.
And I think your logo is cool, but in the way it's presented there, it's really too small to know what's going on. Like it either needs to be greatly simplified to a line drawing or something, or the logo would have to be much bigger for it to
Okay.
convey.
Let's look at these pictures because these look really great. I like this picture. Then you have a bride. And then this looks like another wedding picture. So my first impression here is that people are paying you to do weddings clearly. So I would not lead with a picture that someone would not pay you to take, even though I really like that picture.
Though maybe he does film in his portfolio, and he wanted to just convey that, like, I'm that type of photographer. That is like a really popular thing now for wedding photographers, especially.
Well, I don't know, but I guess he'll have to make that call whether or not
Yeah, I'm just saying maybe he's trying to communicate something about himself.
that might go well in his about. You get some product photography that really looks good. I love that belt picture.
Yeah,
very
the belt
creative.
picture's great.
The most beautiful puppy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
The colors are beautiful. Really nice pictures.
landscape.
I love your wedding work. And then you have product work. Got some really nice stuff here. All right, let's. Oh, funky socks. I'm all about that. All right. This is beautiful, the still life here.
we should check out his pricing page to try to figure out. Oh man, that's a complex.
All right. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. He has different tiers, so it seems like anyone could afford him. Man, I think you're. Well, I don't know how much work you're getting, but I think you might be underselling yourself a little bit. Like, do you feel like you need a second shooter that might be built into the price? I gotta say, wedding is not the business side of wedding photography is not my strong point. That's not something I've done, but I do know that a lot of wedding photographers undercharge. Something to consider. Especially your work is beautiful. You're not.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chelsea.
No, what
No,
was,
jump in.
I was just going to say he may need to fix his 10 hours of coverage. It drops to 300.
Oh, he's got the prices ahead of it, but it is a design point because
oh,
the spacing
this is an
between
engagement session.
the spacing between the price and the text is greater than the text and the following unit's pricing.
Yeah.
So like you'd want to reduce the pricing here, the spacing here, so that this
I
is just
see,
grouped
yeah.
together a little bit
Okay.
better.
I think people are also used to reading up to 4 hours of coverage and then the price.
Yeah, that's what threw me.
Yeah, that's what threw me. Just a little thing. We're nitpicking, but these are the things we notice. You know, you want someone to just feel very confident when they're trying to hire you.
I'm pondering the structure. Oh, I see. The portfolio is broken down by category too.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest that he break it out into separate categories, but I guess he's done that.
Your wedding photos are so beautiful. Let's look product. These are too. These are great. You have so many great pictures. Let's see, beauty. Oh, now is that a beauty? I typically think of like makeup and stuff. This would be just more, looks like your private, your personal work. Oh, I didn't realize it was scrolling more. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
you might just call that fine art instead.
I would just probably scrap this category because you're looking to get hired and this does not seem to be the work you're getting hired for.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have anything in there that might blow the deal, right? If somebody stumbles across a category they think is less than perfect, I'm like, oh, okay. I thought the guy was great until I saw this category. Just take less is more.
He's got
Just
a
keep it simple.
blog. It looks good.
Yeah, the blog is good.
Let's go to About Me. Oh, it's broken out. I'd just make that one thing. I like your picture. You look friendly, professional.
Yeah, do this. Put your About Me and your contact, combine them together. The About Me looks great. Just add a contact form to the About Me page and then separate the testimonials because I do think the testimonials is great to have on there for a professional website. Great job,
Good.
Connor.
Great website.
Let's see what Connor had to say about Squarespace. These are not screened ahead of time.
No.
People can type anything in
Why
there,
would you tell them that? Remember what happened when people figured out we weren't screening pictures?
especially because I'm like Anchorman where I'll just be reading whatever it is or asking for it. I wanted a clean and crisp portfolio for my work, and I was happily set up with my site in one weekend. Super easy and nice looking. Love it.
It is easy if you can drag and drop. You can make a Squarespace portfolio. Thank you, Squarespace, for helping our viewers make beautiful portfolios and for sponsoring the show. If you want your own portfolio or website, you can go to squarespace.com/Tony and use the coupon code portfolio to get 10% off your entire purchase.
Yeah, they really make it easy.
Let's
Thanks,
look at Chit
Squarespace.
Chat.
Yeah, chit chat.
We got to chit and we got to chat. I'm looking to see if we have a kickball game tonight because it's been raining. I
No
just feel
way we kicking balls tonight. Justin, there's a little more beer in here. I think it's all settled down too.
You and Justin drink a lot of beer. You guys are cool. I asked, someone just said cream of celery soup. Does that mean there's kickball or no?
I don't know how anybody would interpret that.
I'm going to say
You could pause that
that
off.
means yes. It's hilarious to me that out of all of the people criticizing, no one wants to bother and take some sample pictures to prove you wrong. This is what Warmonk said about one of your crop factor videos, and I was like, yeah. Why are people just arguing? Just put out pictures.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, they always argue in theory, but literally every major outlet, DP Review, Petapixel, everybody has.
Just do the
Supported it.
testing. Like how are you going to insult somebody if you're not going to put an hour or two into a test? All right,
Sorry,
Lorenz
I
said,
skipped one.
oh, Mario said, I think you were the most boring couple ever, but great tips on how to shoot. And Tony, you said, be nicer to people.
Well, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, you're a effing nerd. Is that boring? But then I was like, oh, people might think I'm serious. Lorenz said, Tony is a Fuji hater. His main obsession, full frame, touchscreen, and connectivity. What are you talking about?
The XT2 is literally my favorite camera to use, and I recommend it constantly.
Well,
I don't know
some
what people
people
need. Fuji hater.
are just Tony haters. I think that's it. Oh, wait. Simon said, seriously, leaf blower should be banned. Great video, by the way. You guys both hate leaf blowers.
Yeah, I don't know how that came up. I don't know what video this was about, but I
You're
do
both-
hate leaf blowers.
You're just like Squidward. Tony never gets my SpongeBob references, but
Oh, sorry.
I know there's someone out there
I'm not
that can
6 and I'm
relate
not a stoner, so I
everything
don't get
back
your
to SpongeBob.
SpongeBob
I had a
jokes.
child in the SpongeBob Golden Age.
Should I re-import or would that completely infuriate people?
I think we can just stick with these. We don't have to re-import.
Okay.
Wow.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah. It's like The Notebook.
Great shot. I love that you included the sun in there.
Oh my gosh. This is too sad.
Oh,
Oh, didn't really abandon him. Did you just make him sit there? Because his ears are down like he's like, why are you making me do this?
he's a very obedient dog. I'm glad nothing went wrong with this. You just made your dog sit in the street. I gave you
But his bum
a
got
pic for that,
wet.
right?
I hope he got a cookie. Cowboy would never do that, would he, Justin? He would
No,
be
he
like,
wouldn't.
F you guys.
Sandy might though.
One time I went to pick a weed while we were waiting to go for a walk, and he broke away and just started walking himself. He was like 50 feet down the street before I noticed.
I'm going to give this one a pick. I love the inclusion of the grading in the foreground.
That
Great
is
job.
so beautiful. Look at the water bottle. They're actually quite lovely in the light. Spit.
R.
Arr.
Yeah, I like that. Nice shot, Benjamin.
Whoa. That's abandoned, all right.
Yeah, but my eye doesn't rest anywhere. I just wish we had some sort of focal point, like a ghost, a llama ghost. This shot I think totally works though, because it's a much simpler composition. We're closer to the detail.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I might add some contrast to it, but otherwise I think it's really interesting. Just visually, it's a cool spot.
Ooh.
This is a spot I would definitely revisit.
Revisit it.
I think it's interesting, but maybe with the stars in the background, it might be a really cool spot.
I don't see the abandoned part.
Well, because
see-
it doesn't convey, right? Because he
You blurred
blurred
the
out the
background.
background, which is good if the background's distracting, but if you want that context, then
Yeah, but it would be cool to see the contrast between her being so glamorous and an abandoned background. But I can't see at all that the background is abandoned. But I will.
I know the flat
Brighten
look
her
is
up.
what he was going for, but
Oh, look at that! I like the light there. That's nice. What happened here? A close-up of some broken glass and some chipping paint. I definitely get the vibe, Tim. I
Yeah.
like that.
it's a good vibe photo. Got a boat that got left behind. Dang, that's a big boat to just leave behind.
That was my boat.
Oh
lot of bad
man, I'm
memories
sorry to hear
there.
that.
A lot of bad memories.
Um,
I like the contrast between this beautiful clear sky and this decayed boat.
yeah, I was gonna say the mood of the sky in the foreground definitely contrast each other.
Oh.
Dang. This bus has been stripped.
Yeah.
What the hell? Wow. Well, that's just interesting as a subject. I mean, it'd be nice if it was separated from the background a little bit, or there was some interesting lighting or something, but man, I have never seen anything just so stripped. I can't believe nobody hauled it off for the metal. Oh,
Wow.
that is such a cool spot.
That is so beautiful.
The square composition here is perfect. I just feel like it adds to the kind of formality of it, like this building that's just waiting for its owners to return, just kind of standing duty.
Standing duty.
This is a good enough shot. I like the shot the way it is. I would also return and shoot it with stars,
Yeah, it's great.
but with the trees framing it, fantastic shot. Great shot, Nate.
Ooh. See, this one, the model is in with the decay, so you get the contrast. I like this one a lot. I'm going to just brighten it a bit to expose it for her.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
going to
agree
give
with
this a
that.
pick.
Pick.
Oh, we get a whole story here, Richard. That is decaying.
Yeah, but you kind of put it square in the frame, and if you tilted it back, like the sky is more interesting than the ground there, so the whole bottom third of the frame is kind of nothingness. You might just think about that, either get closer to fill the frame with the building some. We don't necessarily need to see the edges of the building. or just tilt it back and get more of the sky in
It's
there.
interesting that
Different
it's in
takes
this
on it.
beautiful location and it's so ugly. Ooh.
Contemplation. It's just, I'm sorry. I just wanted to zoom out.
Well, now look what you did.
Ruined everything. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I like it. I just feel like she's in denial. Like that's the vibe that I get. Like the stereotypical person that just pretends everything's not crumbling around them. I give it a pick. There's a story. It fits the theme.
Yeah.
It's a good
And
picture.
you get a pick for taking control and making a focal point.
You did it, Brian.
This is a really interesting spot
Yeah,
with the kind of
what is the
walkway just
story?
decaying. I would definitely be nervous walking through there.
Yeah. That's I like. This is I like the processing, Trish. It's the beautiful colors of the sky, and the grass looks beautiful, and then this decaying building. I might put a subject in this one as well.
Yeah, could definitely use a focal point.
Cool. This
Um,
one still has a plate on it.
Yeah, this one on the other hand, I feel like the composition is simple enough.
It works.
Doesn't need anything else,
Yeah.
especially with the colors of it. And I like the plate. Alaska gives you that bit of context and
Yeah.
the fact that it says church. There's all this story to it. So I'm going to give it a pick. Beautiful sky too. Your timing is great, and the
Tells the
sky is
story.
reflected in the windows.
Good. Oh
Maybe
no.
just trip that
Is this
bus.
in Amsterdam? Oh no, Sweden.
Oh yeah.
Remember in the canals of Amsterdam, we just saw bikes.
Oh yeah. There's like thousands of bikes in the canals.
Mhm. It's like all they do all day is just chuck bikes into the canal. Amsterdam's favorite pastime. It's interesting. Maybe it'd work in black and white. Just to pay attention more to those shadows. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I
what we're
think the
doing here.
shadows really help it.
It doesn't look abandoned, but I like the picture.
Well,
Por
the
qué?
idea that this would be abandoned is so offensive
Like
to me.
they drank so much before they did it.
This is, I don't, are the bottles even empty?
No.
This is
This
just
is
a slap in the
wasteful.
face.
Interesting story, though. I like that you did that. Oh no, is she abandoning herself? Oh, she's abandoning innocence. Picking 5 stars. You told a story. You took the theme to the next level.
Yeah, that's great. And great composition with it too.
Yeah, and look at her face. She's like, goodbye, small child.
But wait, how do you know she's abandoning innocence?
It says right here,
Oh,
abandoned
oh.
innocence, self-portrait. Look at
I
the
was wondering if that was
acting.
conveyed by the difference in the outfits, like if that outfit there was particularly innocent. She's got a ring on her
Brilliant.
necklace. I don't know what the individual parts of the story.
Oh my gosh. She's good. She's good.
Oh,
It's a 50-year-old bear? Wow. That bear older than me.
yeah. I
Pick.
might just brighten it up some.
Tony.
This definitely needs a focal point of some kind because just
Oh,
because
look.
my eye went right to the middle.
Wu-Tang. Just going to brighten it a little bit. I like the second doorway here. I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I might even just, tighten it up to focus on that a little more. Because that's interesting to me. Neat place, guys. This is Siobhan's
Oh.
spooky baby.
Yeah, you get a pick. You put in a focal point, and you even kept it consistent with the mood. I think it's a great shot.
I like
Get the whole
this.
rule of thirds. Seriously, Siobhan, one of the strongest shots of the night.
Yeah,
Nicely
good
done.
shot. I'm going to give her a pick. I'm not biased at all. And you know what? Siobhan, your baby's a good model.
Yeah, was she freaked out
She's
by
really
this?
good at standing very still.
Good
No,
job.
she wasn't freaked out at all. She loved it. This is my 3rd shoot with her being creepy, and they are each my most successful shoots.
I think you have a
You
real
found your
thing going
thing.
here.
Yeah, you got your groove.
No.
I love it. 5:53. We're winding down here, Tony. You have to go to kickball.
What? No, there's no way we're kickballing tonight. It's been raining all day. It's probably still raining.
They didn't cancel. We can't abandon our commitment.
kickball in the rain would suck. A commitment?
Maybe we show up and we'd be like, oh, I'm sick. All right, this picture just needs to be brightened up. It's so beautiful with this little spookiness poking out.
I'm
It's
actually
pretty.
not sure, Rich, now that
I
you
wonder if Tony's.
ask. I'm not sure. Get that ISO down, though. Shoot at ISO 100.
What is this?
I have a friend named David Halverson from high school, one of my best friends.
How does he know that?
I do not know how Rich knows this. Maybe he sent in a picture before and I commented on it because the name is the same.
Oh.
I have no idea
Maybe. He's a ghost.
how Rich knows that.
All right, let's get through these. That is abandoned. I think this
Hey,
would.
you remember Treasure Island?
Oh. Wait. Doesn't Kyle live there?
No, we were just nearby. That's all.
Yes, we were. Justin.
Chelsea, somebody submitted a photo today of the same couch that you just showed me a photo of that you took.
Where is it?
Oh, okay. Do I need to re-import this?
Oh, in LA?
Wait,
Yeah, it might be in the re-import.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's
That's
you're
some
gonna check
secret
that.
garden stuff. What's up?
I need to shout out some serious money comments.
Wow.
Okay.
People
First, Juan Acosta gave us $5 and said he just wanted to say hello and tell us to keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you. And
Hey.
hello.
Hello.
And then Rob Tillitz donated $20 4 different times.
What?
Wait, does he know that?
Yes. The
Okay.
first one says, Siobhan is the crown jewel, a Lollapalooza Lulu, svelte and provocative.
Wow.
And I said, Rob, are you paying money to hit on me? Just send me money.
Siobhan has rules and standards.
Yes. And then he said, hey, TNC, love your show. Your producer runs a tight operation, and you two amaze me. And Justin never gets enough credit.
Justin, we love Justin so much. And I hope we give you enough credit, Justin, because you're the
I
best.
feel like I get enough credit.
You would think that. You're a humble guy.
Shot pick.
And then last year, I sent Tony messages on every platform asking for a video on the best laptop for photo editing. Meantime, I bought one, and then he did a video recommending the exact laptop I bought. Made my day.
Oh, awesome. That was lucky.
I'm glad that happened.
You can send me a message on every platform and I will not get it because there is no platform that I receive messages on. The only platform I receive messages on is like person who lives with me or works directly with me.
No, he
So-
doesn't answer my social media comments either.
Yeah, I don't see them. It's not that I'm ignoring you. I just literally don't see them.
He is ignoring you. He's just also ignoring everyone else. This is good.
Oh, great shot.
What else, Siobhan?
Wow.
And then his last comment was,
Good for the
at first it was fun to listen to Chelsea's humor. Then I began learning what a great ensemble the 4 of you are, 5, including Tony and Chelsea's daughter, and just wanted to give back and watch Siobhan blush now and then.
Aw.
Oh, thank you so
We
much.
paid $80 to tell us all that.
Dang.
Dang. He's the king of money comments.
Good shot. Well,
Thank you for those kind words.
look, they got the, what do they call that in Arrested Development? The stair truck or something?
Oh, the stair car.
Stair car?
They
I think
do
that's
have
what
that
it
in
is.
Arrested Development.
I'm just looking for the couch. That's all I care
But I
about
don't
now.
see the couch.
Yeah.
Does any of this look familiar? There are so many good pictures here. Look at this one. Pick.
Yeah. Great shot, Penny.
Let's go through and just pick the ones that jump out at us.
Okay. Go for it.
Ooh, this chair is simple, but look at the lighting. Oh, it's
Oh,
Nick.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great shot, Nick.
What's up, Nick? Sometimes people think we intentionally review the same people's pictures, but we don't.
No, they're
just
probably
like
just
their
among
pictures.
the better photographers, so we tend to.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I like that natural framing. And
Yeah.
the hood looks more like a veil. That was really cool. Man. I get jealous when the kids get to ride the suitcase. Like, why not me?
What's this one here?
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna give that one a pick. That's a very cool spot.
getting real
Fahad.
quiet. All right. I like the perspective.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, she's brave. Be careful.
Yeah, I'm going to give that one a pick.
Yeah, give that a pick.
Great shot.
Wow, so many good pictures.
Can we
Look
see
at
this
this
guy
one.
with the paper?
Yeah, that's where I was going. That's what
Oh.
you do when your homework is just too much.
Benjamin and Tom. Good team. That's awesome. Great shot. A lot of movement in it.
Yeah. Ooh,
Wow. This place is incredible.
man, our viewers are adventurous and talented. All right, let's re-import again.
But I just imported that. I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, I was just looking for the couch unless we missed it in the last round.
This is so
Let's see
bright,
where-
but it doesn't look abandoned. It looks like very fresh and new. I don't see the couch. People are probably wondering why I like the couch so much. Oh, wow.
Dang,
This
they
is
really went
really
dramatic with this.
glamorous. Oh, I wish these were white so they stuck out more.
Yeah, they do kind of fade into the background, but nonetheless,
Still
I'll give
great
you a
light.
pick. You clearly went through a lot of effort for that.
Hmm.
Wait, can I look at that Ford? I can't believe that.
That's not abandoned.
There's nothing abandoned about this. I thought
They
there was
just,
some
they
chance
just knew your weakness and they exploited it.
they abandoned a $500,000 car.
Maybe someone abandoned them because they bought that car. You got to think outside the box with these people.
I know what you're trying to say.
Tony came over the other day and he was like, I'm not trying to buy anything, but look at this car. It's a classic car, but they put
A retro
engine-"
mod.
Yeah. I was like, you're not going to do that,
It was
right?
like a 63 Corvette with a LS1 in it and a beautiful interior. Best of both worlds, right?
Okay. Let's stick a fork in this thing, Tony.
All right. I guess we gotta presume we have
got
to
balls to
kick ball
kick.
in the rain. It seems absurd. Thank you to our sponsor, Squarespace. If you want your own awesome website, portfolio, or just about any type of website, go to squarespace.com/Tony. That gets you a 14-day free trial. Just check it out. It works with mobile devices. You can look at your analytics, all this cool stuff, everything you could possibly want. Super easy to set up. If you like it, use the coupon code portfolio and you'll get 10% off your monthly fee, which is already pretty cheap. Thanks, guys, and thank you, Siobhan. Thank you, Justin. And we will see you next week, Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, New York City time, when the theme is Unexpected Beauty. Adios. And once again, here is Tigar. I want to solicit people for
We have to have
outro.
people send in their own.
That is all.
That is all. Okay.